All right, folks. This is Sherman Ray. This is Livin in Vegas podcast. Let's get this party started. Hey, and good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray, and this is Livin in Vegas podcast. We come to you each and every day, Monday through Friday, talk to you about the people, the places, the trends, the events that keep you living in Vegas. And we want to welcome you on a fantastic Thursday. It's a special day for us because we've got some cool things that are going to be happening today, and we'll get into that in just a second. But I want to welcome you all to the show, especially you folks that are watching us on Facebook, or you're watching us on some of our Facebook pages or on our YouTube page. We want to welcome you to that. Want to encourage you, if you like us, especially on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page, to like our page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and so every time we have a new update, you'll get notified by that. Especially if you're on YouTube, because we upload this show as soon as we're done doing the live broadcast. So don't miss out because there's a lot of cool things that we're talking about. As a matter of fact, today we're going to be talking about. Let's begin talking about the magazine first. So, Livin in Vegas magazine, of course, it is out. As a matter of fact, we're going to be celebrating. It's been out for now 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks. It's been out, and so it's just getting rave reviews. People keep saying, "Sherm, I never realized this. I got so much information out of this. I didn't know that this was going on or that was going out." Same thing with our website. People go to our website and they go, "Wow, I didn't know that there were these special deals around town." And you know how prices are going up. It's always cool to find out that you can get a hotel room for less than $40. You know, that's important, especially with friends coming into town. So you can go to our website, check out our magazine at livininvegas.com. It's livininvegas.com. And you can check out the magazine. There's a PDF download of it. While you're there, check out the other podcasts that we have up there. Just kind of scroll down the page, or some of the articles that we've got on there. And you can check that out also. Also, you can go. So tonight we're actually having the happy hour. That's right, folks. It's the happy hour over at Tenaya Creek Brewery, 831 West Bonanza. And so we're going to be there from about 5:30 to maybe 7-ish, probably a little later than 7 o'clock. But we're looking really forward to the mixer because it's our first mixer of the year. We've been really pumping this out there, telling everybody about the mixer. And so we're almost at capacity. Really, we are. We're almost at the the legal limit of people we could actually get in the door. So if everybody shows up, we're going to be way too many people. So we have a lot of people signed up for it. And the reason why is because it's a business mixer. And now you don't have to be a business owner to be a part of the mixer, but it helps if you're a business owner and you kind of go to the event because it's really for you. But you don't have to be. You can just show up and say, "Hey, I want to be a part of this happening thing and have some fun." So we're going to talk today about some of the local happenings here. There's a special announcement out at UNLV that you want to hear about, and I think you're going to enjoy this new day here. There's a new app. This is very cool. There's a new app that just started, and it actually didn't just start. It actually started quite a while ago. And the Clark County, it's called Fix It, the Fix It app, and it aims to be an easy tool to address problems throughout the community. So this is the way this thing works. Let's say you see something in the community that you think should be addressed. Could be graffiti, it could be homeless encampment, it could be, any number of things. Normally what you would do is you would try to hunt and peck and try to figure out where to find these things. And we know that if you're like me, I like to see our community bettered all the time. So if something's going wrong and I think it needs to be addressed, I'm that guy. Okay, I will call the city and say, hey, look, something's going on here. Please, can you address this? Well, it gets tough because now you don't know where to look. Fix It is an app that actually is a one-stop shopping thing for those things. So if you see illegal dumping, abandoned vehicles, graffiti, that kind of stuff, we're going to leave the link to this on our Facebook page. We'll definitely put it on our website at livininvegas.com. You can check that out. This thing has actually been up for a while. The app actually started in 2020, I believe it did. Let me double check here. So it actually started in January. No, it actually did start in November of 2020. But for the month of January alone, that was just this last January, 1,993 requests were on this website for this app, excuse me. Code Enforcement Division received the most with 886 requests, followed by Public Works, Constable's Office, County Commissioners, and Business Licensing. So if you see something, we'll leave a link to this, and so you can actually find this app. I think it's really important. I know for us personally, where I live at, we're getting more and more distractions, things that should not be in the neighborhood, and it really should take care of this stuff. There's just no reason not to have it. I'm going to refresh our page over here on Facebook, because generally what happens is we get a lot of people jump onto our Facebook page, and then I see them at the last minute, and I might have missed a question or something like that. So I'm going to do the same thing on our business page. So if you would like to ask a question, this might be the first time that you're checking us out, by all means, folks, say hello, and we want to definitely engage with you and see what's going on, okay? And another thing that's in the news, folks, there's a hotel. It's called The English, folks. This is a hotel backed by a celebrity chef that's going to be in the Arts District. And we're really excited about this, The English, because The English has been, the Arts District has been continuing to be a part of the valley that continues to grow. Everything from what we are seeing is growing towards the art district, which is really cool. So a celebrity chef, excuse me, Robert. Sorry, that's not the name of the chef. Sorry. I have the name of the chef here too. This is very cool. Okay, his name is Eduardo Cordova. That's what it is. Who owns a nearby bar, The Garden, said the 74-room property is back. Excuse me, I was wrong. His name is Todd English. I don't know why I keep messing this up. Todd English is the celebrity chef who also will open a restaurant on site called the Pepper Club. Okay, and so it'll actually be pretty cool. This is the English is going to be. And did I even show you the picture of it? Here, I'm going to make sure I make sure. There it is. Okay, so the English Hotel. It's going to be a game changer. So it is on. Where's the location of this? Because I was trying to think about where this location was, because I could not, in my mind, figure out where this was at. Oh, somebody's trying to call me. So the property. It's off of Coolidge and where? Main Street. Main Street. So it's going to be opening next week on Main Street near Coolidge Avenue. So I'm trying to think of where Coolidge Avenue is at. And if you can think of where that's at, folks, you let me know, because I can't for the life of me think of where Coolidge Avenue is at. And so it's kind of throwing me for a loop. But it is supposed to be opening up next week, 74-room property, and it's going to be able to tie the neighborhood together a little bit better, which is very cool. Can always use more things like that in the neighborhood. I'm going to try this again. Here we go. And also in the news, folks, this young girl by the name of Amanda. And Amanda is just a sweetheart of a girl. She goes to Rancho High School. Her name is Amanda Jones. And she's a student athlete, top scholar at Rancho High School. And fantastic story. You can see she actually carries she's in the top 5% of her class, holds a 4.914 bonus GPA, not just a GPA. Member junior ROTC, part of the aviation program, planning to attend the University of Nevada, Reno in the fall to study nursing. Well, she's the only woman on the school's wrestling team, and she didn't shy away from a challenge, it says in the article. Now, the cool thing about her is she's excelled all these years and done some great things. But in a match that she had, she was doing just a regular move where she was going to flip somebody or, knock somebody on the ground. And she fell on her neck. And what happened to her, she actually hurt her neck and actually paralyzed her. I know, it's a terrible story. And she was paralyzed. And of course, she's in the hospital. She's in rehab, that kind of stuff. And she is determined to get back to walk for her graduation, go on to college, and live a normal life. And so we're pulling for her because she's done such a great job all these years. And I mean, this girl, and like I said, ROTC, aviation, she's got the high GPA, that kind of stuff, wrestler, just an all-around great kid. Does not, what is she, and it breaks your heart. It breaks your heart to see something like that happen to a young girl like this because, she's done such a great job in her life. And so we'll leave a link to a GoFundMe page that's raising money for her medical expenses, and they're going to be exorbitant. They really are. There's no doubt about it. They've raised to date about $5,000. Let's see if we can help her out and see if we can get that up there to help her out a little bit more. Okay. So the VGK folks played last night. They're back on the ice again last night, and we lost. Yeah, I know. We lost to the Colorado Avalanche, 2-0. I watched part of this game, and when I saw it, I saw it in the second period. It got scored on, and it was, we looked slow. Now, the problem we have is the Colorado Avalanche are the top-rated team in hockey right now. So it's not like we're playing against a bunch of slouches, okay? But we thought that the debut of Jack Eichel would actually be, something cool. It would be able to send him off, to welcome him to the Vegas Golden Knights with a win. Didn't happen. So, it is what it is. We'll be back on the ice, though, here pretty quick. And I don't know when our next time we're actually going to be playing. We'll have to check that out. Okay, we'll have to see when they're going to be playing next because they really need to get back into action. Let's do this again. I love doing this, folks. Here we go. Well, one of our most venerated statesmen, Robert Rose, he died. Yeah, Robert Rose, for those of you who don't know who he was, Bob Rose, we used to call him Bob Rose, former Nevada Supreme Court Chief Justice, served 18 years in State High Court after previously serving as Lieutenant Governor. And that's how I remember him, as a Lieutenant Governor. He died, and he was 82 years of age. So we want to say goodbye to him. It's people serve this community, and sometimes you don't even. Some of you, especially if you just moved here to Vegas, you may not even know these people. We want to reintroduce you to them. Maybe what we'll do is Excuse me. I need some coffee. Maybe in the upcoming magazine, we will put a list of the people who passed away, who really meant a lot to the community. Harry Reid just passed away fairly recently. People who have actually visited Betty White, who has been in Vegas many, many times. People like that who passed away in the last year. Maybe we'll make a little section of them because there's no reason why we can't say something about them. It is what it is, you know. There are still people who are actually wearing their COVID masks. Yeah. Now this was many of you know that the mask mandate for the state has been lifted. So Governor Sisolak last week said, hey guys, guess what? Numbers have been down. They've been flat. They've been down. As a matter of fact, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, we only had 500 cases, which is huge, that they've actually dropped in recent days. So, but you still have a lot of people wearing their masks. And it's going to take, we were talking about this just recently, on how long it's going to take for people to start feeling more and more comfortable being around other people and not wearing their masks. I know tonight or this evening we're actually going to be having the happy hour, and the circles that I run in generally don't worry about that at all. I mean, they really don't. It's an amazing thing. But if you go to concerts, if you go to events, people generally have no problem not wearing their masks. It's in other settings where people they see all the time, they wear their mask a lot. Okay, and I don't know why that is, especially in schools right now. In schools, depending on what the school is, you'll see a lot of the kids wearing their masks. And here is one of the things that my granddaughter told me about, which was very interesting. She said that my grandson told me about this. He said the reason why the kids are still wearing their masks in school is a thing that they called mask. What's it called? Mask fish. Catfishing. So mask catfishing. So what that is you're wearing your mask and you look a certain way, okay? Other than my beard that's sticking on the bottom of it, I look a certain way, okay? So you have no idea what I look like. And the fear is, by a lot of the kids, is if you take off your mask, people will see whether or not you're cute or not. I know. It's very interesting that kids would actually go around worrying. I mean, kids have enough problems as it is. But I'm assuming that same mentality is happening with adults, where adults who have been walking around with their faces for years, some of them a lot of years, and some of my friends, it's a lot of years, you would think they'd be happy with their faces, but evidently they're not, and because of that, they're having issues with donning their faces, which is it's kind of a sad commentary. What else do we have in the news? Well, the RTC, they have a company they're working with, and the RTC is working with a company called, I can't say the name. It's Keolis, Keolis. Yeah, I think it's Keolis. They're having a job fair, and the job fair is to actually because they have a fixed route operating route that they're working on, and they need drivers to operate these fixed route services. Company is offering a competitive pay and a $2,500 bonus just to sign up. Full benefits, paid time off, full compensation for professional training, which includes earning a commercial your CDL. So if you're looking to get your CDL, folks, this is the place to go. In addition, employees receive 8 hours of PTO per month after 90 days and are also eligible for a $1,000 referral bonus offered without limit, which means you got a bunch of friends, You keep bringing them in one by one by one, and you could get $1,000 referral bonus for bringing people in. And once again, we will actually, so they're having a hiring fair Thursday, which is today, starting about 11 o'clock, Friday, tomorrow, from about 10 o'clock over at the RTC Training Center, which is at 5165 West Sunset Road. And we will put this all this information on our website at livininvegas.com. You can actually check that out. And more folks, especially if you're watching us on Facebook, because we used to post a lot of this stuff on Facebook. We're going to be posting a lot more of this stuff on our website, so you can actually just go to our website and get a lot of this information. So the information we put on our Facebook page, actually going to be doing not as much on our Facebook page, a lot more on our website, because it's just... there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work involved, and right now we're working on the magazine, so we've got to get the magazine out, folks. This is a lot of magazine work, a lot of things that we're working on, and so we've got to do this. In the news again, a Las Vegas gas station clerk shot a customer who refused to wear their mask. This is big story. This is here in Vegas. A clerk shot a customer who refused to wear a mask before turning the gun on himself in an incident at a Las Vegas gas station. Wow, the shooting happened at the Terrible's gas station at Centennial Center Boulevard in Azure, which is up north, about 8:30 on the 6th of February. And so this story just came out recently, but this happened February 6th. Police received a report that a person was shot and running through the parking lot, according to a report. Police said the victim had walked into the gas station without wearing a mask on Sunday, February 6th, which was several days before the mask mandate was lifted. Upon entering the store, the clerk told the victim to put on his mask. The victim refused, according to police, and walked up to the counter with items to buy. The clerk refused to serve the victim, who then walked out of the store without paying for the items, police say. The clerk then followed the victim outside of the store, recording him on his phone. Police said the two men then began to physically fight when the clerk pulled out a handgun and fired 3 shots at the victim, striking him once in the shoulder. The clerk then shot himself. Huh? What? Wow. And then the guy who got shot drove away and received treatment. Clerk had survived, been charged with battery and the use of a deadly weapon. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. This is okay. I understand that clerks and everybody wants to do what the right thing is, and we don't want to allow just bad things to happen here in the Valley. I mean, it's terrible. We just don't want to have that happen. But this is probably not the best way to handle this situation. Okay, if somebody goes in, they steal something, call the police. Okay, and especially if you have a gun, this is probably not the best way to do it. Is pull out your gun and shoot the guy. Especially since he's outside the store. There's other ways of doing this stuff. Okay. Anyways, so this was a lesson in how not to take care of business. Okay. This is cool, folks. Craft House Brewery has unveiled the new official beer for the UNLV, okay, for the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, which is set to be available at the end of the month. I'm getting it. It's called Rebel Spirit Golden Ale. Is that a cool can? 5%. Smooth, crisp finish. And it'll be available in 4-packs of 16-ounce cans and on draft at both tap rooms. Folks, we're going there. I'm going there. I got to get it. You know it. I know it. I love UNLV. Okay? I'm going there, and you got to see that again. This is actually very cool. Rebel Spirit Golden Ale. Okay, it's a golden ale, crisp, smooth. Okay, 5% beer. Not bad at all, I remember when 3.2 beer was the thing to go. Sorry, folks, I'm playing with my mustache. I'm actually having a bad mustache day. It's getting longer and longer and longer. It's actually it's over my top lip. You can see it's actually going to be here pretty quick. Um, so Craft House folks, owner Wendy Forrest, who I've spoken to before, said she's honored to represent her alma mater with the rebel spirit. Very cool. And you know what? That's what it's all about. The rebels, I'll tell you. And that really, so we're going to be out at the Craft House. We're very excited. Our partner in crime, Audrey May, who is her group called Beers with Friends, co-sponsoring our happy hour tonight, has been out there many, many times. I remember she sent me a lot of pictures of what she's been out there suffering. She's just suffering out there doing all of that research and stuff. I'll tell you, I feel bad for her that she's doing all that stuff. There is a guy by the name of Francisco Carbajal, and he came up with something that you have just got to see, folks. This is called Filoso Barber Brand. With 10 years of experience, the barber, Chicano and Vegas native Francisco Carbajal had to stop cutting hair at the beginning of the pandemic because of social distancing. And at the end of it, he said, it definitely fueled him. He goes, I realized that I could do something with this. And what he did is he came up with this brand called Filoso. Carbajal looked for alternative ways to keep working. The solution, posting video tutorials and tips on YouTube for other people in the industry. The response was amazing, not only for the Latino community, but for the barber industry, period, he said. Through posting, Carbajal realized there was a shortage of barber tools and products specifically within the Latino community. He teamed up with an entrepreneur from Mexico, and together they created the Filoso Barber brand. Congratulations. Las Vegas saw its Hispanic population grow by 23% over the past decade. And that also meant growth in Latino-owned businesses, despite long-standing racial barriers, limit their success or access to startup capital. But friends over at the Latin Chamber of Commerce, Peter Guzman, said, we don't know how, we do know that 2 out of every 4 businesses that have opened in Las Vegas over the past 5 years have been Hispanic businesses. So he's very excited about that. I'm sorry, my mustache is just tickling my nose here, and it's killing me. So congratulations to Mr. Carbajal for doing a great job. Wow, this is very interesting. So we'll post this story because he talks about how everybody's getting bought out by some of the big boys. And it happens. The big boys come in all the time and they buy out this place and that place. And it just happens. Also, we don't have time for it. We'll do it tomorrow. But we're going to do a story about some friends of ours over at DW Bistro. And great outfit. And they're doing some rebranding. And we don't have time. I want to give them a lot of time to do the article, but Daryl, we're going to talk about, Dalton, we're going to talk about your restaurant, your bistro, and some of the great things that you guys have done, because I've been over there many times. Just a fantastic thing. So once again, folks, tonight we're having our mixer, and once again, it's called The Happy Hour. We're going to be over at 831 West Bonanza, Tenaya Creek Brewery, starting about 5:30. So it's sponsored by Tenaya Creek and our friends over at Beers with Friends. And it's the happy hour, folks. So you still have time to sign up for it. There's only a few spaces left for that event, folks. And we want to encourage you, if you have not signed up for this event, please do sign up for that event. We're going to have a great time. We really are. With all of our friends, all of our business friends, all of our business associates over at the happy hour over at Tenaya Creek. So, okay. And tomorrow, we're on again. We got some great articles. It's going to be Friday tomorrow, so we're excited about a Friday. Cool things. A lot of stuff happening this weekend. I know we could have talked about it today, but a lot of cool things that we're going to let you know that are going on this weekend here in Vegas. It's a city that doesn't sleep, folks. It really is. There's just so much going on. So much going on in the city that doesn't sleep. This has been Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas, the podcast. We'll see you again tomorrow, 8:30 to about 9 o'clock for Livin in Vegas podcast, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, and the events. That's why you're living in Vegas. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.